The scariest thing about being poor isn't the lack of money. The scariest thing is that over time, a person starts to see it as normal. At first, it feels temporary, like you're just going through a difficult phase, like things will change soon. But then months pass, then years. And one day, you realize you got used to it. Used to postponing your dreams. Used to saying, not now. Used to surviving instead of truly living. Most people don't lose their lives in a single day. They lose them slowly, quietly, step by step. Every bad habit feels small. Every lazy evening feels harmless. Every "I'll start tomorrow" sounds normal. But an entire life is built from those small moments. You've probably seen people like this. They constantly say, "One day I'll start. One day I'll work on myself. One day I'll change my life. One day I'll start making more money." But that one day never comes. Because the problem is almost never just money. The problem is mindset. Poverty isn't only an empty wallet. Sometimes poverty is a state of mind. When a person stops believing they are capable of more. When they choose comfort over growth. When they choose the easy path again and again. Most people live on autopilot. Wake up, check the phone, go to work, come home exhausted. More phone, videos, social media, sleep. And then the cycle repeats again, day after day, week after week, year after year. And the most dangerous part is that it starts to feel safe. People begin to love predictability, even when it makes them miserable. Because leaving the comfort zone is scary. Risk is scary. The unknown is scary. But that's usually where growth begins. Imagine two guys. They live in the same conditions. They have the same problems, the same debts, the same fears. But one day, their mindset becomes different. The first one says, "I'm tired. I deserve to rest." And every evening he chooses the easy path. Games, videos, entertainment, excuses. He convinces himself that he'll start later, that he still has time. The second one says, "I need to get out of this." And even when he's tired, he keeps going, little by little, every single day. He studies, he tries, he fails, then tries again. After 1 year, the difference is almost invisible. But after 5 years, everything changes. And after 10 years, they live in completely different worlds. One keeps complaining about life, the other built a new reality. And the reason isn't luck, not connections, not magic. The reason is habits. Most people think rich people are different because of money, but in reality, they're different because of how they use their time. A poor person often buys things to look successful. Expensive clothes, phones, jewelry, cars they can't afford, because appearance matters to them. A rich person buys freedom, time, skills, opportunities. They don't think about looking rich. They think about becoming independent from money itself. But there's another thing almost nobody talks about: your environment. It's one of the most dangerous forces in life. If the people around you have no goals, if they constantly complain, if they laugh at self-improvement, your mind slowly starts accepting that as normal. You gradually become like them. Even if you don't notice it at first. A person always becomes average among their environment. If everyone around you gives up, eventually you start giving up too. If everyone around you is growing, it becomes difficult to stay the same. And this is where the harsh truth appears. The world doesn't care how much potential you had. Nobody cares who you could have become. The world only sees results. Either you did it, or you didn't. At that moment, a person usually makes a choice. Wake up, or continue living the same way. Most people wait for motivation. They think, when inspiration comes, then I'll start. But motivation is unstable. Today it exists. Tomorrow it disappears. Mood changes. Emotions change. Desire disappears. That's why successful people don't rely on motivation. They rely on discipline. Discipline means doing what must be done, even when you don't feel like it, even when you're tired, even when nobody supports you, even when the results are still invisible. Because repetition creates change. Not one powerful day, but hundreds of ordinary days in a row. And that's what's truly frightening. One day you'll wake up and realize the years are gone, that the time which once felt endless actually disappeared incredibly fast. And then only one question remains. Did you build your life, or did you simply watch it pass by? Most people choose comfort because weakness feels comfortable. It's comfortable to change nothing, comfortable to procrastinate, comfortable to make excuses. But the problem is that comfort slowly destroys potential. Discipline is uncomfortable. It requires effort, patience, self-control. But that's exactly why it changes lives. Because while others wait for the perfect moment, a disciplined person simply keeps moving forward, step by step, day after day. And one day, those small actions create a massive difference.